Get a load of this one. This one, I've got to say right from the start, will be for sale. This rig is a FJ45, it's been heavily modified. It's got the LS in it now. We'll go through everything. The owner has bought it in. It's a 10th month 1983 FJ45, fully engine converted. This thing's a wild beast and it will be for sale. It's going on Marketplace. The owner told me so. I'll go through a few things. This is not a Mr. Land Cruiser sale whatsoever. There is no commission for us. We did a 3-hour report on this. It's a bit like a roadworthy. We did not do everything on that 3-hour report. It's leaving Mr. Land Cruiser without a roadworthy. That's got nothing to do with us. But I am going to talk this vehicle up. It's a cool vehicle, so we'll go through it. Things like bead lockers. We can't roadworthy that. So if anyone even thinking of this, you just, buy yourself a set of even used skinnies or something, throw them on for the road. Chuck these bad boys on when you're going bush. This thing doesn't have lockers because this engine's got that much power. You just blip it and it'll climb any hill. This is a beast. Let's go front, back, front. Let's start at the back. Let's do something different. The tray. The tray's got the wood floor, steel drop side, toolbox in the center. It holds the spare wheel on the other side. Double jerry can, lockable. This side closest to me. And then underneath it's got extra reverse lights. It's got a rear winch. This thing's built for wheeling and mad fun. So it's got a rear winch at the back there, which is very cool. Up the front, it's also got another winch. Up the front, we've got the ARB bar, the more modern style, and someone's custom made some rails to protect this beast. And it also kind of sort of helps, keeps the wheels in under the in the requirements as well. We've also got a great white light bar, some Kings, spotties, and it also mounts the UHF aerial up there. So that's basically the add-ons, the bolt-ons to this one. It has, I don't know what, we did nothing suspension when it came in here. We've ticked the box. Look at the height of the thing. This thing's got balls written all over it from wheels, suspension. It's a very, very tough vehicle indeed. I have had the pleasure to drive this one and it goes like a rocket. So this one did start, I always say, where did it start life? Do you know the previous owner? The current owner actually told me, Jared said, well, when he bought it, the guy that said that the previous owner told him, now this is hearsay, the previous owner told him that him and his dad had it since new, you're the second owner. But since Jared's bought it, other people have come forward and said, hang on, I've also owned this vehicle, so might have been told fibbies, who knows? So we don't really know the history of this one, but we do know that Jared, since he's owned it, hasn't held back. And Jared and I talked about the engine and the money spent on that. He's done it properly. We'll just go straight under the bonnet. Underneath the bonnet, look at it. If the LS, I think it's the LS2. I don't bloody know. It is lumpy as all hell. This thing he's put a lot of money into the rebuild. If you're looking at this one, it does have the mod plates. It's all ticks the legal requirements to be running this engine with the 5-speed upgrade and the handbrake on the rear. It's got a works cam in it, and you can just tell when the thing's got that lumpy idle. Or when you're driving it and you go down the gears, you can just feel it. This thing is very, very, very impressive to drive. It's a little bit scary. We had to do a lot to the steering because I thought I'll go for a squirt in it, and it was hard to hold on to. So we've addressed a lot of the steering issues. Something so high definitely needs caster correction wedges, and then all through the tie rods and everything steering just needed addressing so we can actually hold this thing on the road now. It's power steer as well. It's got all the cool stuff. So if you are interested in this one, I don't have a clue what the price is going to be. I just know Marketplace. This will be for sale. The owner asked, could I just drop that in? And I said, yeah, I can do that, but I'll also talk it up because it's such a cool car I hope it finds the right guy to own it. I believe that current owners moving on to other things, so just condensing some of the toys he owns, and this one will be on the market. Double thermo fans, keeps it nice and cool. Everything, when we drive this, it is really running sweet mechanically now. It's such a pleasure. Everything fits in here. Now we've got a custom airbox and a custom made snorkel, which is I don't know if the snorkel's quite quiet while driving, doesn't have the big induction suck, or it might be the loud engine, that it's actually quite nice to drive there. And it's just got a protective plate over some of the wiring on the other side, just to keep the LS just looking neat and tidy in there. That's pretty much under the bonnet. She's a nice snug fit. We've changed things like engine mounts and just gone over it. A lot of things, I guess the owner's going to do the last little bits, the easier stuff at home before this one leaves. Something about this I really enjoy is the comfort inside. I waffle on how I like factory seats, but just you don't get to drive too many with smaller steering wheels, so it just gives you a little bit more room. It is really cozy, it's really fun just sitting in here. He has utilised the dash. Now it's an FJ45, so the dash, it's still got its period correct centre with an updated stereo. It's still got the old, the petrol choke knob and what have you, just to make it cool. But on the far right side is where he's integrated all of his switches, front and rear winch, front and rear lockers, the compressor, and driving lights, reversing lights. It's all conveniently, it actually looks really nice in here. Everything's in really nice condition. The seat, the dash mat, there is overhead console where it runs a couple of speakers, and he's also got some extra power and some switches up the top. The hood lining can be poked back up in there, but that's just little minor things like that. Overall, it just displays really nice in here. He's also got some speakers, so not just in the console, but in the door cards as well, the original door cards. And no car builders or Noble flooring or any of that. I'd say if this is a four-wheel drive for wheeling, it's got floor mats. You pull them out, you hose them down, you clean out your car, let the bungs out, and you put them back in. This thing's made to enjoy, made to really get out and have some fun wheeling. There's also a GME UHF in there. That's it. 5-speed, really comfy interior on this one. Okay, that's pretty much it. I talk about where they come from, don't really know. I talk about future plans. Well, somebody watching this is going to have to tell me the future plans when they purchase it. I would say when purchasing any vehicle, go and inspect them. These are 40-year-old plus vehicles. They all have problems. It could be a spot of rust, it could be something worn out, it could be a bit of green death here, or this might not qualify as roadworthy there. So I really feel you should ask a lot of questions and inspect the vehicle. But I know for a fact that everyone here at Mr. Land Cruisers enjoyed having it here. And those of us that have got to drive this get a real big smile on our face. It's such a cool vehicle. Shame the owner can't hold on to this one, but good luck to the new owner. If you've got any questions you want to ask Mr. Land Cruiser, we're probably not going to answer them. Ask the owner. So it was in here for some mechanical. You ask him, he'll show you his receipt. It's his prerogative, not ours. So you can find out more when you see this one on Marketplace. But it's been a real highlight having this FJ45 1983 LS powerhouse in here at Mr. Land Cruiser.